Breaking news, everybody. This is absolutely insane. I am reacting to this in real time. President Trump, let's look up Yahoo Finance here. Oh my goodness gracious. President Trump right now just absolutely stunned the entire market. He has just turned the entire world against China in an absolutely brilliant, genius move here. The S&P is up 6.84%, the Dow is up 6%, the Nasdaq is up 8.3%, the Russell's up almost 5%. This is absolutely nuts. Look at this spike up here. Oh my goodness. So what just happened? All right. There's been a lot of tension in these past few days. Everyone's like, what is Trump doing? What is Trump doing? I told you guys in the video a few days ago, he is holding so many cards. It's not like he has no cards to play. This man is the ultimate negotiator, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And so Trump just tweeted this. Based on the lack of respect that China has shown to world markets, I am hereby raising the tariff to charge to China by the United States to 125% effective immediately. At some point, hopefully in the near future, China will realize that the days of ripping off the USA and other countries is no longer sustainable or acceptable. Conversely, and based on the fact that more than 75 countries have called representatives of the United States, including the Departments of Commerce, Treasury, and USTR, to negotiate a solution to the subjects being discussed relative to trade barriers, tariffs, currency manipulation, and monetary tariffs, and that these countries have not, at my strong suggestion, retaliated. This guy's the way this guy writes is hilarious. And they have not retaliated. I have authorized a 90-day pause and a substantially lowered reciprocal tariff during this period of 10%, also effective immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Basically, he just said, hey everyone, join the United States. We're all focusing in on China. We're boxing China into the corner. The internet is going absolutely insane. Amit is investing said, bro, he literally told us a good time to buy before he pumped the entire market. What timeline is this? If you haven't seen, Trump was sitting there and he straight up, earlier today, he tweeted this. At 4 hours ago, he tweeted, this is a great time to buy. All right? This is insane. 4 hours ago. And then he comes out with this tweet again. Wow. This is insane. Bill Ackman is breathing a breath of fresh air saying thank you on behalf of all Americans. This is absolutely insane, you guys. Absolutely insane. So, what is going on here? I was going to show you guys here. Scott Adams, he had an amazing tweet here, and this is exactly what Trump just did, okay? So he says, Trump has two ways to win with China, okay? Number one, China negotiates a fair trade situation, highly unlikely. Or Trump creates a China-free economy with our trading partners, which would take a few years of pain. China's only card is Democrats who want to regain power in the midterm election more than they care about America. But Democrats will need to explain why they side with the migrant gang members, biological men in sports, and now communist China. Kevin O'Leary just said this earlier today. Now, I mean, again, this is absolutely genius. But Kevin O'Leary said this earlier today. He says 400% tariffs on China. Now, the great thing is that Trump now has bought everyone time. He has bought everyone time. And he's sitting here saying, and so he has turned everyone against China. And O'Leary praised Trump for playing. Sorry, guys, I'm just so excited. This is absolutely insane. Everyone doubted Trump. And what have we been saying for weeks? He said, we are going to win this thing. You think that Trump was doing this just for fun, just for the fun of it? So O'Leary said this, they lie, they cheat, they steal IP. I can't litigate in their courts. You may not like Trump, you may not like his style or rhetoric. And then he says, hey, ramp it up to 400%. So we're going to get into more of the things going on right now, but I do want you to see this clip from O'Leary because it's genius. Because look, I know the markets are green right now, but at the end of the day, you guys, this is not over quite yet. Let's watch this.
Tariffs in China are not enough. I'm advocating 400%. I do business in China. They don't play by the rules. They've been in the WTO for decades. They have never abided by any of the rules they agreed to when they came in for decades. They cheat, they steal IP. I can't litigate in their courts. They take product, technology, they steal it, they manufacture it, and sell it back here. Never has an administration.
400% tariffs? What would that look like?
I want Xi on an airplane to Washington to level the playing field. This is not about tariffs anymore. Nobody has taken on China yet, not the Europeans, no administration for decades. As someone who actually does business there, I've had enough. I speak for millions of Americans who have IP that have been stolen by the Chinese. I have nothing against the Chinese people. They brought great literacy, art, and tech to the world. The government cheats and steals, and finally, an administration, you may not like Trump, you may not like his style or his rhetoric, finally, an administration that puts up and says enough. 400% tariffs tomorrow morning. He'll tell you why. Xi can only stay the supreme leader if people are employed. If we wipe out any business there, because we are still 39% of all consumables on Earth and 25% of the world's GDP, America is the #1 economy on Earth with all the cards. We will not have that forever. It's time to squeeze Chinese heads into the wall now.
Well, hold on a second, Kevin. Well, I hear you, but hold on.
Okay, and then they just get into a back and forth argument here. So what's great about this is that Trump can still do this. He can still squeeze China and suffocate their economy. Now, guys, here's another amazing point here made by Chamath, a famous billionaire here on financial Twitter. So first, let's look at what Zero Hedge posted. They said China has 3 options. Number 1, concede defeat to whatever terms Trump's demands. Number 2, devalue their currency by 20 to 40%. Or 3, unleash the biggest financial stimulus in history. We're talking $2 to $3 trillion that will push its debt off the chart. They don't have many options. And Chamath says this, as many problems as the USA may have, I would say China's are much worse. Number 1, China is seeing the slowest growth they've had in decades. Number 2, their attractiveness as a recipient of foreign domestic investment has come to a halt. Number 3, they have very difficult demographic problem of too many old people and not enough young people. 4, they need exports. They do not have the capacity to absorb everything they create. Now, this was posted yesterday, and he says, come midnight, let's see who blinks first. Well, now, I mean, the whole entire game has changed. So let's refresh these markets. All right, so it's taking a little bit of a breather here. It's come down a little bit, as you can see here. We had a max of about 5,300 here on the S&P 500. We're back up in the, yeah, we're still not far. This is absolutely insane, you guys. So I'm going to be keeping you updated through the rest of this day. I'm probably going to make another video here later today. Let's take a look at this breaking news. All right, so here's a breaking news here from our one of our co-owners here at Trending Politics, Colin Rugg. Levitt, White House Press Secretary Levitt, just came out with this video. Let's watch this.
Tariff on China. The tariff on China will now go up to 125% because China imprudently decided to retaliate against the United States. And as I said at the podium yesterday, when you punch at the United States of America, President Trump is going to punch back harder. In that same vein, we have had more than 75 countries from around the world reach out to President Trump and his team here at the White House to negotiate better trade deals for the American worker. We have been overwhelmed with the amount of requests from countries around the world. I'll let the Secretary speak to that. We will continue with the tailor-made negotiations that I spoke about yesterday. In the meantime, there will be a 90-day pause on the reciprocal tariffs as these negotiations are ongoing, and the tariff level will be brought down to a universal 10% tariff. The Secretary here has been a huge part of the President's trade team, of course, and will continue to lead these negotiations moving forward to look out for the American worker, which is always President Trump's goal. So I'll kick it over to our great Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent.
Good, thank you. And we saw the successful negotiating strategy that President Trump implemented A week ago today, it has brought more than 75 countries forward to negotiate. It took great courage for him to stay the course until this moment. And what we have ended up with here, as I told everyone a week ago, they're in this very spot, do not retaliate and you will be rewarded. So every country in the world who wants to come and negotiate, we are willing to hear you. We're going to go down to a 10% baseline tariff for them, and China will be raised to 125 due to their insistence on escalation.
Secretary, thank you for doing this. Let me ask you 3 quick things. For the sake of clarity.
All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, this is insane. Okay, so Zero Hedge is one of the best financial accounts here on Twitter. Let's see what they're saying over here. So Besant just said it was Trump's decision to wait until today. So clearly President Trump was just sitting back and waiting and pouncing. And like this user says here, great leaders make their moves when others hesitate. Trump's silence wasn't weakness, it was strategy. So this man was sitting back, staying calm, and that is exactly the type of leader that we needed. Wow, this was absolutely insane. Besant says that China is the biggest source of U.S. trade problems. Besant saying they're seeing Vietnam today, then Japan, India, and South Korea. Everyone is coming to the table now. Wow. This is absolutely insane, you guys. So, I am going to keep you guys updated. I'll probably make another video here a little bit later in the day because there is a lot that's going to come out of this, you guys. My goodness gracious. So, stay tuned. Stay tuned, everybody. This is breaking news, and I just cannot wait to see what happens next. I will be talking to you guys very soon.